suddenly you realise that, you know, I mean, the doctors, the medical side of life here, where I live in Mhowys, is absolutely fantastic. I cannot fault the treatment or care that I've had. Absolutely not. But beyond that, the person living with dementia needs to find peer support, because it's only by talking to other people that the quirky bits and pieces that go on with dementia are shared. And once you know that you're not the only one who is sort of living with this, that, or the other, once you know that it's a common sort of denominator through other people, suddenly it just doesn't feel so bad. I had a great feel for pursuing art. So I started in an amateurish sort of way. I took a few lessons and met a group of other people, and soon it became quite an important part of my life. When I got my diagnosis, I just found it was even more important to me to be able to get myself away from all the negative feelings that were going on in my life, and just try to put on paper the things I couldn't say. And I discovered that there was a group of people who were interested in learning how to paint, nearly all of whom had been told they couldn't do it at school, certainly couldn't draw, certainly couldn't paint. And all of them had different diagnoses of dementia. So we started the Deep Art Group, and we met every single Thursday up until last August for the last 2 years. The evaluation does actually highlight what people get from it. I think particularly one of my students who's has early onset, and by the time he's loaded his paintbrush with paint, he's forgotten what we were going to do with it. So I had to spend quite a lot of time with him, you know, to make sure that he gets the results. But he does get extraordinary results. I mean, he is an accomplished artist. His expression of colour and pleasure and joy are just, they're fantastic, you know. What can be nicer than a morning out waving a paintbrush about, or not, but just being in the company of other like-minded people and having the joyful experience of maybe splashing down some paint and producing something you actually want to show to a friend.